YZ.
Coming in, folks. Eyes on YZ like he pushed up. It's Zekin getting in their face already.
Strike down A.
Trying to get up over towards that belt's directions. Gets his, but YZ is still standing.
That's something off. Do they expect this long?
They're going to crunch him.
Well, they certainly do now. He has to convert. Neff finding the advantage for Billy as the rest of the team pivot back towards this B side, and it looks like he wants to go for more. What a shot!
Out of nowhere comes Neff. Heads are rolling. The IGL from Billy making an early statement.
30 seconds left.
Nice little pivot back here from our Chinese #2 roster. See the vulnerability of Zelsus in mid and pounce on him.
That is a cheeky plant too for mid under tube. You don't see that often. And Narrate was already even tagged up. They want to anchor. These are entrenched positions.
Bangno's got a good little line around it one way. Rushia, how?
The jump peak.
2 headshots. Absurd against Liquid. Rushia also incredible game from him. Big step up and in a pivotal role on this harbor. Cracks that A site open.
That play should not be happening. That is not realistic. At 5K or so.
There's going to be a lot of work for Sen to try and keep a lid on this and to get us narrated. Embroiled in an early engagement. YZ doubles down.
7-1 for him already. YZ is a relentless player.
Engagement here after the plant.
It is dangerous. Their harbor is down, so they don't have that additional high tide to actually obscure the view from these angles. And Second takes full advantage of that. There's not enough power to keep that Viper wall up, so K9 can actually get away.
Challenging them to dig BLG out of these entrenched positions around the B site. Zelsus, though, does get a spot. That 0 point was pretty helpful. Does he drop down and take a fight? He's looking for a gun barrel. Sees it on the right, but that's too quick with the left side swing. John will flash himself out here. Zekin had to take that yellow fight, and John succeeds. It's all on YZ now. A great start to the round, but he can't quite land the plane. A very flash-heavy composition. First, it's a bit of information. Thrash is going to go ahead, see what he can spot out. Rushia's on top of 410, and he'll be brought down by Bang. He's been very snappy in these rounds. Nightfall's by the wayside now. It's Neff and Levius who have to play from a long distance. Neff IGL all on his own, and that is stunning. It's up to Zelsus and John to bring him down, but John's on the defuse, still gets the job done. Ironclad nerds to keep the stick. One. The BLG under the cover of all of this site obscuring util will have their plant.
Just walking through. He's just walking through the walls.
But he can. He's not walking into a high-low setup like he was the previous round. It was that singular player of Zelsus. And he wasn't even in an aggressive spot. Viper's bit to follow up here. Zekin found YZ to again.
Not slow down. He's just going to keep fighting.
Maybe that's exactly what Zen are hoping for. They've evened up the odds now. Okay. Here's the null command. Rushia has to respect the fragment, stepping to the side of it now, still occupying this pit, but takes a big hit down to 30. It's dangerous, but Rushia thrives in these circumstances, and the spray is good. 2 for the harbor. Levius now playing from Crow's Nest. Sees John on the low ground with all these ultimates. Now we're headed over towards the B direction, and as always, Neff trying to play through me, but this time John is ready. Playing from Boiler.
Oh, Zekin just unaware of what's going on, and Zelsus tries to swing in for him. They end up going 2 for 2. Not a horrendous result. Safety in the cove to get this spike down for Rushia. How do Billy want a position right now? They're going back into B main. Why is he going far away? It looks like he wants to try to re-wrap through mid. The danger is the spike isn't exactly planted for him, so he's going to have to pick up the pace and get really deep towards that site.
Wow, up on top of 2, but he's made a bunch of noise, and Bang is ready for him. Never change, YZ.
Found them. 2
players over here towards yellow. That's what BLG are working with in this post plan. John is readying a pop off this flash. Rushia moves in. Oh my goodness, again! That is ungodly from Rushia!
A split.
Okay, we've got some pressure coming from A main at the same time as well. Narrate has fallen on the side. John getting a little bit nervous, but he's going to spray him anyway. Oh, it's a 3-piece for the Moroccan mastermind. And he knows there are players on the side for Billy. Bites his time. Gets Second up by rafters to take the fight, but Levius beats him to the punch and through the smoke, apparently. Levius deals with John.
You should run.
Numbers are even now, and both teams go for these lockdowns simultaneously. A Venn diagram of disaster in the middle, as Zelsus waits on them to come on out and give him a fight.
2 players.
Caught an audible. YZ now reveals himself. Narrate's got the timing. Finally, the Thorn in the side for Sen has been extracted, but plant down at B behind all of this controller util.
That offered enough distraction that neither anchor could focus on main. Thrash coming through Paranoia into B main as well. Counter Hunter's Fury, just can't connect onto Narrate.
A little bit too low. Neither Narrate nor Zelsus affected. Rushia in this position, we saw him rip a shot on towards Crow's Nest a couple rounds back. This time a little bit more patient. Levy is in position for a wrap. Sen surely. Oh, they've got a turret watching the timing, but it doesn't seem to matter because they're fighting over the B. It's favoring this Chinese squad. It is Russia dominating Yellow again and again. Gotta be joining the team now.
Okay, Kano wants to get in a cheeky position to even things up, but he's triple swung. Center so prepared for that. Probably expecting YZ to be up there, to be frank, but they'll be happy to get that kill regardless.
Through the high tide, expect multi-swings on YZ. He's got to get out. Cloudburst away with the paranoia and effect. Russia, though, again, surely not. He backs up. Takes John QT out of the game and then falls back to a more safe position. He gets a second. How is he getting away with this? Levius and YZ now have to fight for this in a short-handed situation. He's on the spike location and in the middle of the dark cover. He dispatches Narrate. Now, though, overwhelmed. Zekin and Zelsis to the rescue. Levius sees one of them, but he can't stop Zelsis. Yeah, YZ, unsurprisingly at the front, and Zekin is waiting.
Nice little classic right click to open things up for Sen on a much-needed pistol round. Now taking their time. Zekin's going to wait for the rest of the team to be able to group up so they can take B main together. Nef just hoping to get one kill and then escape, and he does exactly that.
That was Narrate, poor guy. Get taken down there. So that at least has given Billy a bit more confidence. Evening the ledge, there's now an encroachment from the Sen side on A, and it's just K-Knight who's watching for belts.
Bro is out in the open. Just watching for belt. Recon gonna go through today. Attempt to swing onto. Pressure coming both sides of the map.
That, well, gets swung on. K-Knight's the one that precipitates that action. He is very exposed in that spot. Here's Russia. He also pretty exposed and on his own.
Fellas, we're getting a little bit too silly with these peaks right now. Sen are exploiting that overextension and aggression from the defenders. Now Levius wants to get in a decent position. He's good for the one. I love the way he's playing this. It's sick.
That is raw sauce. And there is Nef to come to the rescue. That could have gone. Position outside of just radioing back some of this information.
Look at that second. Puts a dark cover on the turret so he can get by undetected.
Levius is taken down. Here's Zekin playing from yellow. Knight has to step up here. Sen got 3 guns in the game still. K-Knight needs to find a way to extract them. Maybe take Bank first. And it's a big ass, and Zelsis finally activates.
He's in the action.
Forced on away.
And up there, activate the dash, go for an early fight. Oh my god, again, Nef, speaking of early fights, just wants to keep trying to get these tight angle picks in main and then fall away. That time, punished hard for it.
This is something we've seen Sen do already this tournament. On that attack side, punish these individual wide swings, risky plays from their opponents. And there's Zelsis. Sometimes the best laid plans go to waste. That one, though, at least results in a 1-for-1. And Sen have a pretty heavy-handed post-plant scenario now. And now I think Billy say, we don't have a whole lot to do here.
Cross is going to be, oh my god, okay.
We just said it. Not the kind of caster curse I'm sure YZ would have liked. No armor, very susceptible to that spray down through the smoke, and that's a high-value kill that Sen got. Zekin, though, is out of the game.
I like that confidence from Levius, hearing the teleport, swinging out to even things up. High tide, cycle. When that Viper Wall drops, the lockdown is placed. To Billy try to fight or just get out? K-Knight is hoping to just get a spam kill before retreating out of it. They will play this safe.
There are, amidst this, getting Nef in a backstab position, but he's spotted out by the turret and actually has to call a cancel on that. Narrates in the side. Here comes a Viper's pit now from Sentinels to short things up. K-Knight swings out. John, man, he's been solid. Finds his one. Rushi, though, has been very, very dangerous in situations not unlike this one. Zelsis knew this was coming. The turret got broken about 10-15 seconds ago, and he knew Narrates. Okay. Gets in there and interrupts Rushia. And now Levius, credited with that first kill of the round on Zekin. This is just too much to expect from him. And Narrate steps up.
Oh! Doesn't get the ping on a YZ, but certainly no one should be able to convert on that. He's way too far back.
I think they're going to try and fight this anyway.
YZ wing for it.
He's recovered. Yeah, ships in the night. They pass through the dark cover on either side of each other. Zekin has gotten deep, but YZ has a chance to pop out here, and Zelsis is not ready for it. There's a gap in the net. Zekin, though, himself is the cat amongst the pigeons. Tries to get away, the Reckoning deployed. He doesn't expose himself like some of his contemporaries did in this situation earlier this map.
30 seconds left.
Paranoia comes in, YZ unaffected, though, is going to be tucked here by the box, but Zekin knows where to dig him out, but here come the reinforcements.
The spike is so far forward.
It is out in the open. Zekin has to help John retrieve, and they're going to come forward. Playing from Crow's Nest now, it's Zekin in a 1 versus 3. Hanaroshi is too quick for him.
Fully cut Noise after getting space back. Yellow on B. Zelsis caught, so things are evened up, but the plant will be going down 4-3 right now.
He single-handedly opens this opportunity for Sen to get an uncontested B-side plant. Trades his life out, he's done his job for now.
John has a strong amount of utility to play with here as well. Actually has both flashes. They didn't need to use it to take back Yellow earlier. He's got the molly for delay. Second is a Paranoia. Going to be tough for Billy to get back in. They do have a Cove maybe to get a safe defuse. They're hoping to use it there. Yep, it's going to be activated.
Paranoia throwing out Zekin, just a little too slow to the punch. Narrate tucked in the corner, he knows he's going to be overwhelmed, and YZ wants to push up into the rest of the defenders. The high tide comes down, and so does the curtain on this first map for Sentinels. The dragon stirs, and Billy are eyeing off that playoff spot.
Bracket to make it to those playoffs. Neff catches a beautiful timing, while the rest of the players swing from mid for the distraction. Lovely.
He was waiting for that. He knew, of course, there'd be contact taken by his top mid teammates.
Even a tank onto Zelsis, 13 HP. Back Boba doubling up with John, who has a full kit, but no players to actually use it with.
Shock dart, that's dangerous. Definitely threatening to someone like Zelsis. Now, gonna swing out there, taken down. K-Knight is quite low as his Levius. We're in a post plant though, so Sen just have to throw themselves at this, and YZ will wait for them. Relay bolt to pave the way, and then he slides
Right into mid. And all of a sudden, there's so much pressure on Zelsis. Oh, Borussia caught on the teleport. What a snap from John!
Tiny stuff! All of BLG are going to be here. Does Zekin have a way of getting out scot-free? He wants to hang around, lingers for one, relay bolt once more, but Rushia's got the other side covered. He's fortunate to get out. Fast lane deployed. Zekin's out of dodge, but Billy want to keep the pressure on, bro. He just doubles back and says, you know, I think I'll take some more. And there's John, up to 8 kills for those keeping track. And Rushia cowering in the smoke. Spike loose and in front of main. He's tucked on the corner now, at least in the position to punish John, so he does. Narrate, though, will put him to bed.
You know, Billy could be postured all the way up towards A right now. Second, and Zelsis able to collect 2 in this mid-fight.
And that's really taken off the pressure after things went a little bit awry early, but Levius has gotten deep here. Trapwire cleared, Camera also out of the picture. He realizes there might be multiple guns waiting for him in Boba, and here comes the Rolling Thunder. Send, watch the sight right behind him. Zekin's there with the overdrive 2 and a neural theft.
30 seconds
It's going to tell them everything they need to know, that the spike is en route to A.
Maybe hoping to get a bit more with that Rolling Thunder if Billy had already gone into the site, but they'll be content with just isolating another kill to extend the man advantage of this round. They certainly should expect that YZ could be postured in spawn right now. Rushia caught with the utility in hand.
Slip past YZ, he just wasn't ready for that. Rushia had no advance notice whatsoever. Fast lane thrown up here, Paranoia in effect, and YZ's going to wrap around, try and play from alley. Here with a fault line. Sen know where he's coming from no matter what, and Bang will simply try and defuse.
This round, Rifles and Guardians, YZ going fast, and what a kill on the Bang.
Oh, I'm going to be punished. Bang not in position. And here comes that null command now. Sen start to scramble on the site, and YZ will run them down. Narrate can barely tuck behind boxes, and YZ comes calling. Makes short work of him.
Oh, you know he's going to go for more. He is not slowing down.
I mean, why not?
Almost out.
Why not? Sen here hopes to maybe play into this double up, but Rushia there is watching. Sat behind YZ, giving him a safety net. And of all the players to do this to, they're trying to overwhelm him. Rushia on the side, sees thrown out. Here's YZ, and there he goes.
Oh, just too many players.
Sen playing around him. Really needed to overload him player-wise to win that out. Here comes the Hunter Skiri though from elbow, but Zekin's got near to the site. Knight, he's got to be under some pressure. Napier sat on the other side of the dark cover. Will spam if he needs to, but does he know when the rate is? There's the spray. Gets it to half, that ought to be enough. Shock dart comes in, too little, too late. K-Knight unable to avert the round win.
Out the way.
Does he know John's there as well? It's actually 2 players in the set. Oh, that is dirty. Zelsis though on the side, large and in charge. Deals with the Neon. John went down, but Narrate's still alive. They're over towards alley side, but Rushia dinked early in the round at 10 health. They're still able to cause some problems, making waves, and it's on the Vibes Merchant himself. Celsius knows 3 players are looking for him. Levius will be the one credited with the elim. Early, relay bolt forces Zekin out into the open, and there's a hit coming from B-Main at the same time. Zekin caught in the open.
Caught on the jump up, he had to retreat, he was stunned up. Teleport in now from Rusha deep into the site.
Celsius now not quite aware of what's waiting for him on the other side of this dark cover. Has to pick his spot to perfection. Pings his own location, Neff though finds him. Can't see a damn thing, but still knows how to hit that M1 for the boys, and there's a triple swing. Sen have the players lined up. Neff and K9 fall by the wayside, and Narrate's gotten into Boba.
What awareness!
That's why he's out of the picture. Now becomes a bit more uncomfortable. BLG, loose footing here on this anti-retake attempt, but gonna try and sneak Rushia around. Does he have the look on Narrate? So aware Narrate was been, but not ready for that. Bang. Percent on both sides, tries to break half of the pincer, but doesn't know where to look. Doesn't want to commit. Here's that null command now to supplement this hit to the A side. With Spike already down. Levius just doubles back and knew Celsius was there, deals with him.
I love this null command. I mean, Sen, they're obviously going to play this for full retake with the man advantage that they had, but it's just going to give so much delay. It's going to reduce the clock by such a significant extent. Here comes the util. Now the retake can come in.
Zekin gets into the side immediately. Accosts Sneffel with the Stinger's able to fight him up close, but Wisey looking for the Neon. Gets out on the side. It's 2 with the Stinger for Zekin. Now BLG down to just Levius, and he can't see this tap on the Spike. Flash there for John to set up a 3rd kill. John is biding his time. He's got just the answer for this. And here's Billy maladroitly touching down. Bang got dealt with. Rushia's in a bit of a nasty spot, but Celsius just clears him out. Wisey slides back into action now. And there's some presence here from Ali. John's going to get pressured. Flash himself on the angle. Wisey tries to turn it. No swing just yet. Takes 2, tries it again. This time, Sen have the answer. Dangerous now. Billy, you're not going to let Sen mill around mid. They're going to dig them out if they just linger. And they have.
That entire time, Celsius was getting space over towards a fault line. He wants to swing off. There's so many players to face, but he does even things up, not without taking a lot of damage. Shot dart could be lethal this time. No. Goes wide.
Zekin and Celsius both low. But still in the game. There's a little paranoia there. Flash util also disrupting BLG as they try and set up from Link. They're going to push the site now. Through the smoke. Bang, tucked in the corner. Everybody comes to him, served up on the silver platter.
This drone could be dangerous. It's broken. Narrate on the swing, wins the duel with the Stinger.
And now the neural theft, that's just what they were looking for. Zekin's 2 kills in the previous round, plus all pickup gives it this very important ultimate in a situation like this. And they know A is a short-handed site. They know Wisey is lingering close to top mid. But do they know that he's
30
this
seconds
close?
left.
Oh, the timing. You can't manufacture that. Narrate's able to respond. That's the 2nd kill for his Stinger in this round. This bonus from Sen so far has been smooth sailing.
You just can't help but want to go for more. Rusha's going to get forced a little bit out in the open here. Time is getting so low, but he is shot down. 1 versus 1.
That kill, that's the one that might break the back of BLG. In this round, in this map even. It's like a fault line connected onto K9 in Link. So send our Noahs.
Last player.
They gotta deal with it. What a clean round this has been, and then an opportunity to recover these rifles. They just need to give them a little push. Neff flashes himself out. Fault line was going to come from anyway. And Wisey tries to swing off it. The fault line caught Neon. And now BLG down to 3. Guardian in half for Rushi has got to stand his ground now. Found the Prowler. And all of a sudden, center out of dodge. They're leaving.
There are 15 seconds left. John is taking the spike all the way through spawn. Can he get?
So much.
Oh, okay. Rushi sees this. He knows they're going to get ahead of this.
1
Oh
hour
my god,
remaining.
this timing is
Just.
Bro, I
Just.
all right, I mean, sure, that was...
0.33 seconds
crazy.
remaining. That is the tightest clearance that you could ask for, and BLG, again it's Levius, just in dismay, has to drag himself onto the site and face the music. For Sentinels, it's a cacophony of cheers. As things start to come to a boil, let's swing at this smoke now. See Zekin break the crosshair placement and deal with Levius. Sen had the numbers overwhelming that sole defender of the site. And Wisey, all-star Wisey, has to salvage. That's a good start. Rushia down, no big damage done. And Wisey eventually will be dealt with. Electrifying play from Zekin and a 4-piece to secure the equalizer map. Unset, not by any stretch. All right, here Prowler on the corner. Zekin plays off of it stunningly. That's Knight down. Sees to follow up with the nade. Already, though, BLG have pulled the plug on that big foray into tree, though Neff is unsupported.
Just praying to find some kind of timing through door, but that is being watched by not just one player, two. This shear is about to be activated, double push past it. They want to fight these players. Nate is going to do some damage. Swing out from Levius. Can they spike this?
Oh, YZ just headbutts that bullet. Narrates handing out 3 haircuts. Here comes the hit. Razorvine comes out, going to be avoided by YZ. Extreme low. YZ! It's not a molly, but close enough. John down though. Rush is having to deal with him with that classic, and Levius has got some sharp shooting here. What is this? Dominating!
What is
Sentinels
happening?
on that B side. Utter pandemonium. And Zelsis here, of course, is a beat behind the action. Rushia makes the turn, sees him come.
Even at that, he gets the dig onto him, double face. Zelsis, there's no hope.
Okay, well, welcome to the show. What? Everything's made up. The points don't matter. What? It's a MasterCard thrifty.
In Baby Door right now, things could get awkward. Sen can dump so much utility on them right now.
They're doing Rushia near side attack with 1 paltry point of health is able to get his, and Narrate found a double. Levius is squeezed up on the side. Rushia is still there, trying to crouch, trying to hide away, trying to live. Instead of having none of it. Just a lick though. Zekin is able to get back. YC dealt with. Bang has the TP out of what could have been a pretty hostile situation, and so the rubber fight goes very poorly for Billy. There's a pause in the action almost as it sees nade combo came in. And from now on, Billy have to account for that threat. I have to TP across the rubble, maybe not up.
They're able to get so much value playing around that tree position with the Guardian. Eventually, I'm sure he's going to try to pick up the Odin as well. What can BLG do here? As Sen are more than content to just play this nice and slow and go for the retake when they need to.
Second sees is coming. K9 attempts a wide swing, but second looking comfortable. Strips Neff down to 16 health. Levis has already earned that Steel Garden. That spike is dropped just outside of Baby Door. It's going to be a very difficult recovery mission.
Well, this round looks like
One enemy
destined to come to a slow crumble for BLG, who will have enough to continue the pressure, buying up on the next round fully. The Cloud, they're going to have to burst in. Ultimate from YC Zelsis is out in the open, and he's caught. Traded, though.
That sheer wall, though, is in play. This is slowing Billy down. Now, though, it drops. They're able to push here over towards Bend.
There are going to be so many ultimates involved in this retake. Zekin can get back in with the showstopper with this Nightfall at the same time. Steel Garden, though, hoping to make it so that Sen can't scale off of their own ultimate.
It has definitely slowed Sentinels down. Not confident, of course, without their primaries to push him, but Zekin doesn't need it. Oh, that's awkward. He'll take Rushia with him at the very least. Odds are evened. John steps up. 2 players here out of Waterfall for Sentinels, and they see the shoulder of Night. The double high-low stack, though, is tough for them to break. John knows Neff is around the corner, and he doesn't have the health to withstand an engagement. P4 from Rushia already gets himself there. Zelsis waits. Spike loose. Oh, that's a desperate scenario here for BLG, but why is he popping himself up? What an upshot. Narrate peers on him, but Levis is able to find the trade. And again, it is down to John. John in a 1 versus 2. John, who had to leave his Viper's pit and try and salvage the round at B.
That is bold, but necessary from YZ. Finding that trade, and from there, Billy maintain it, trading further, getting this advantage, putting all of the pressure on John on a round where both teams economically have so much at stake. Time has dwindled so much due to this heaven rotate.
John's not going to see much here. He has a snake bite, and Rushi just opted for a timing.
Obviously, Billy making a lot of noise. They want to execute Sen. Are getting over here. Narrate. No one to trade onto him. Finds the advantage for Sen.
And that was all before a Nightfall came down. Sentinels take the risk of being susceptible to that in order to have a player posted forward to get an easy kill. Now the momentum starting to peter off. YC has to just skirt around that Razorvine, and yeah, trigger the shield wall, needs to try and find a way to use this op.
30
How
seconds
far
left.
will this madman push with the op in the waterfall?
Has he heard this? No, there's a player making noise behind
No
him.
way!
Okay, rewarded and not punished as 2 players from Sentinels quickly try and spring to attention. No Hall's presence for the defenders. YZ is going to be permitted to push up here again.
If he catches his second kill right now, the Nightfall could certainly be enough to win this round.
Bang wanted to check the side. It's unclear if he got any information about where YZ is set up. Okay, the nightfall belatedly here from Billy. Look at how decayed they are. It's easy.
Last player standing.
Able to spray two of them down. Narrate has to challenge YZ here. Blast pack to try and disrupt. Shorty in hand. He knows exactly where his assailant would come from, and YZ!
And when the pressure is coming in, when he's blinded up by the paranoia.
It expires quickly enough that YZ's brought down by Narrate. He's watching it from that high ground. John gets absolutely saved. Neff's the one with the op here. Having to peer out from tree center. Not going to offer up any freebies. Look where that spike is. That is going to be an extremely oppressive scenario that Billy have to fight into. And Nev has to do it by pushing up with the operator.
This round should simply be unwinnable for Billy. There should not be any way.
Sick round from Narrate. Wyatt, he was the standout. Sentinels in their last game.
Left.
Won't be able to do more than 3 here, but should be enough. Okay, all of a sudden, John brought down. Viper's Peak going to be deployed by Neff, but he still needs to plant Steel Garden. But he has a shorty inside the pit. Not the worst scenario for him. And he'll wait this out, maybe look for a timing to swing out of the wall, and he's found bang!
Have a few players
30
near it,
seconds
but
left.
wow, look at this pivot from Billy to have to go through the thorns. Bay wants to swing off of it. Trades coming through, but now the site is taken. Spike should be able to be planted, but Sen have other ideas.
Yeah, YZ decayed very, very low. Sentinels though don't really follow up on the nightfall instantly. Simply choose to get in position.
Yeah, cut off by some of those mollies, the thorns on the ground.
Planted.
Nate going to do some
Taylor.
damage tonight, and it actually nets the kill.
Decker now with the showstopper. Stopped in his tracks. YZ with an op shot now. He's in the thick of things. In the heart of the maelstrom, YZ wants to push up, and with this op. Oh, are you kidding me? Devastating impact from YZ. Almost an ace for him, but Delsus is able to interfere.
He gets the damage through the wall. Away from getting the showstopper.
Delsus here operates off his own U-tool. That's Levius down. Oh, this boy! He's mad! Zelsus got the dog inside him.
Remaining. Spike down.
Takes 3 just as BLG hoping to swoop in and get a nice 8-round halved. He has thrown the stick in the smoke, so they've gone over the handlebars.
Damn, that play genuinely looked angry. Some fury on the defense there from Zelsus. He looked so locked in. It's all on Rusha in a near impossible situation. Zekin still has Satis to get back in. He can just send it, distract, while everyone else will collapse onto him. They have plenty of options here.
Bang there's having to deal with him in the end.
Real danger, here it comes.
Like the trap. Roshia though, cut down by Zekin, who didn't think there'd be a follow-up, and Levius is there.
He's pushed up so far that he was, luckily for him, able to dodge that paranoia. Now Sen, they are pivoting towards this A side where BLG have drifted. They are in the right positions at the moment, giving up C. Neff weak though, backside, going to be challenging to anchor against the Horde.
Pretty quick moves though from Sentinels up onto the A side. No upper presence yet for the defenders, and Neff gives as good as he gets.
He'll take 1 for 1 with that low HP.
K-Knight now straight to drop. Here comes that attack side Viper Ball now. It's a little bit annoying. YZ can't see past it. K-Knight might need to be activated to disrupt a potential plant. So the paint shells had the intended effect.
Sen players getting weak.
K-Knight flank! Right-click City!
Last player standing.
And they are both very low, below 60.
30 seconds
Tells him
left.
with the sheriff, but K-Knight thought he had him.
What the situation is, YZ, does he try to timing this? He goes through the molly!
Vulnerable enough, he's too easy to bring down, and Sentinels here have gotten exactly what they were looking for. Drawing Billy out of the defensive lines. And straight out into the sunlight.
Planted.
And now Billy realized, man, we were so active, so good at responding to these early probes. And then they overheated just a little bit, losing to the Sen bonus. Not just losing to the bonus, Wyatt, but allowing it to be a flawless round for the attackers. That is backbreaking. Gotta take it with these weaker weaponry.
And YZ, he just didn't know while that Viper's wall was up how many players actually crossed in there.
We'll get this later. Oh my goodness, guy! Eyes in the back of his head. Very timely swing there from Narrate.
That would have been their way into this round, into a realistic retake, but now and after that, it is certainly not the case.
Now just happy to post up here in this seaside. Zekin challenging Waterfall. K-Knight forced off the line and low with a Phantom in hand. He likely doesn't want to wager it.
Just ready with the paranoia. This could get dangerous. They're ready to anchor BLG.
Zekin bounds on in. Rushia down. Tries to play it safe, getting over towards the site. Levis is good for 2. Narrate's going to be stuck here. Decayed down. His position known and noted. K9 and Levy's in no hurry as John can't even get into the site with the spike in hand.
Billy having to go for the full retake. Second is posted up so close.
Sees the Prowler now, they know, they make use of that information to get rid of Zekin, but John is there to find the trade. Nightfall for the attack side now, and Knight doesn't know what's coming. Neff with a wrap from Drop. John finds his third for the round, and YC's op is not the ideal tool for this job.
We are down to 20 seconds right now. Second satcheling in, a couple players on defense. Rusha gets the first in the spam through. John was just so weak.
And there's not much more to gain from this now. Zelsis heading over towards the seaside, but that shield wall's going to get come up either way, and Neff will be waiting. Narrate steps up, and this is tit for tat stuff, round for round. Not affected by it, but the rest of Sentinels are. Now though, time to burst forward. Wall comes down, and so does YZ. That's the op out of the game. Russia has to ult from the shadows to TP back to his spawn for safety, and that opens this side of the map up for Sentinels.
Second is taking so much space. Russia wants to get back there, but completely misreading the timings that were available to send to scale.
He thinks he can get in way earlier than that. And he was wrong. Billy now, you notice, yes, picking up these rounds here and there, but because there's been a patchwork of back and forth, it's much harder to justify throwing themselves in a 3v5 scenario with no control of the site and with no duelist to work with. Distance for Sen.
And there are still 2 anchors there, out in the open. That has to be traded.
The opening of the door is so big for Bang. He paves the way for a firing line of Sentinels to look at the seaside defenders. Now they've gotten in once again with a 2-player advantage. YZ might have to entry this with a showstopper, but Zekin is waiting for him to make his way out of that B connector. And he's ready for K9 as well. Bring me another, he says, and YZ acquiesces. An easy pick-off once more for the Rays. And it is a dastardly scenario that Russia has to find a way to unravel. And with this Guardian, he's got no choice but just to go for it. Sen encircling him to get away from the blast. Shot through the box, he needs to see over this wall and can't quite, so that's tree access now gained by Sentinels. Russia though is ready. Pure stopping power. This time it's a Guardian shot to John QT's cranium. 12 seconds left. Sentinels have to go. Zekin getting sprayed down, but is able to find Russia. YZ trying to disrupt with the blast pack, but gets caught out. Knight deals with Narrate. Zekin and Zelsis back to back for the series.
Steel Garden should be connecting onto both though. Zelsis on the run. Zekin just has the shorty trying to play back sight, but the showstopper as well. He got that with the spike going down.
Zelsis is going to be jumped on in trees, got nowhere to go. Primaries are available again, and back to back. Zekin and Zelsis put Neff in a solo situation. Signed, sealed, delivered. Sen City are back.